Actually, Naoko from Norwegian Wood has appeared in other works as well. In this video, I will introduce the story in the background. There is an editor named Yoko Sato who has been working with Haruki Murakami since his early days. She had 2 suggestions for Haruki Murakami after Firefly, the short story on which Norwegian Wood was based, was published. One, she wants to read another novel like Firefly. The other suggestion was, why don't you write a story about a girl who has the shadow of death, which appeared in Hear the Wind Sing and Pinball, 1973. This girl has no name in Hear the Wind Sing, but in Pinball, 1973 her name is Naoko. Haruki Murakami's response to this suggestion was, I can't write that, it's too realistic. After that, Haruki Murakami left for overseas to concentrate on full-length novels. On that occasion, he told Yoko Sato that his next novel would be a love story. He began writing the novel in Mykonos, Greece. In April 1987, Yoko Sato received a letter with the manuscript of his new novel. In the letter, he wrote, "It contains Naoko, whom you mentioned, and Firefly, whom you said you loved. This novel was the Norwegian Wood." Let's take a look at the description of Naoko in Hear the Wind Sing. The third girl I slept with was a French literature major I met in the school library, but the following spring vacation she hanged herself in the shabby grove of trees by the tennis courts. There is also the following description. It's hard enough to talk about the dead under normal circumstances, but it's even harder to talk about girls who have died young. By dying, they stay young forever. We, on the other hand, advance in age every year, every month, every day. There are times when I can even feel myself aging by the hour. The scary thing is, it's true. As a comparison, I will quote the beginning of Norwegian Wood. I do need that time, though, for Naoko's face to appear. And as the years have passed, the time has grown longer. The sad truth is that what I could recall in 5 seconds all too soon needed 10, then 30, then a full minute, like shadows lengthening at dusk. Here is the description of Naoko in Pinball, 1973. On occasion, Naoko would tell me her stories. I can still remember every word. She was a girl who spoke slowly and chose her words with care. Next, here are Naoko's lines from Norwegian Wood. The other me has the right words, but this me can't catch her. In Pinball, 1973, there is also the following description. It's all over, I kept telling myself on the train. You can forget her now. That's why you made this trip. But I couldn't forget that I loved Naoko, that she was dead and gone. This is the description of Norwegian Wood. Naoko herself knew, of course. She knew that my memories of her would fade, which is precisely why she begged me never to forget her, to remember that she had existed. The thought fills me with an almost unbearable sorrow, because Naoko never loved me. Comparing the two, we can see that Naoko's story had already begun with his first novel,